Hello, my name is Laura Castillo. The date is Sunday, November 5th, and I'm going to be demonstrating how I digitally label images and input them into our assignments. Everyone has their own way of doing it. Some people have special programs. I use Apple Mac computer, so I'm going to be showing the way that I do it. So if we look over here, this is our part of one of our assignments. This is an image of the pituitary gland. This is the anterior portion of it. This is the posterior portion of it. So on here, we need to digitally label these structures: the acetophyll cell, basophil cell, and the nucleus of a pituocyte. So the way that I do this is on my keyboard, if I press Command-Shift-4, it does give me this little cross thing, which allows me to screenshot what I need to, anything I need to on my screen. And so I'm going to go and just highlight this, and I just let it go, and it gives me a screenshot here, which I can then just put on a blank page, and it just allows me to more easily manipulate that so I can digitally label it. Since I have 3 structures that I have to label, then I'm just going to automatically go to where it says Insert. Oops. I need a line here, so in order to point out the structures. So I'm going to pick the line with the arrowhead. And so it gives me one line with an arrowhead. Since I need 3, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight this. And then if I press Command-C, it copies the arrow. Then I press Command-V, and it gives me another arrow. And Command-V again, which gives me another arrow since I'm doing 3 structures. So the first structure is the acetophyll cell. The acetophyll cell on the slide is the red stained little granules on here. And so, whoops, just want to click on the arrow, and it's kind of hard to tell with this slide, but it looks like this one here. So that's a nice red one. And then you can just kind of decide how big or small you want the arrow. So we'll do that there. And then the next one is the basophil cell. The basophil cell are the darker stained ones, these bluer ones, bluer structures. So I'm going to point this to, we'll do this one here. I'm going to just bring this up here, get a nice straight line. And then we have the nucleus of the pituocyte, which are on the posterior part of the pituitary gland. And so actually, since already kind of pointing at one, so we'll go to that one there. Just make it a little bit smaller. And then the next thing, as far as labeling the images, I'm going to insert a text box. Yeah. Or you can also click on this too, but I don't know why I like doing that. On this text box, this is obviously a little large. You have to leave some space in order to label the others, the other structures. So if I go here to where it says text, I'm going to just center it. I'm going to bold it so that we can see it a little bit better. And I'm going to make my box a little bit smaller because we don't need to type in as much. Then here we can also move this around. Let me make this smaller. There we go. And then I'm just going to type in what I need to type in, which this is the nucleus. Nucleus of pituocyte. Make sure to spell it right. Yes, okay. And then actually, I'm going to do similar to what I do with the arrows and just Command-C to copy that, Command-V to paste it again, and paste it again. Actually, I'm just going to move these little text boxes to where I need to label my images. And then just retype what they are. So let's see, these red ones were the acetophils. Cell. And then the darker blue ones are the basophil. There we go. And of course, let me just scoot it over a little bit closer to my arrow. Same thing here. once I have the structures that I need, I'll actually go into the assignment. I will delete this one here, and then I'll go back and screenshot this part. So again, Command-Shift-4, and that allows me to do a screenshot of my labeled image. I will take this, put it back on my blank page or my regular page, and then resize it so that I can get it to just fit in here a little bit nicely. We don't want it to be too large, but enough to where you can actually read it. So maybe a little bit bigger. There we go. And after that, I will just click on it, Command-C to paste it or to copy it. Then I'll click in here, and there you go. And that's how I digitally label images for my assignments. And then this I could just delete. Don't need that anymore. Thank you.